Elon Musk has outlined various doomsday scenarios for our planet's 7.9 billion people, including the threat of AI, asteroids, and climate change. Nonetheless, he feels that one of the greatest threats to civilization is the collapse of our population. In this video, we'll take a look at why Elon Musk is warning of population collapse. This is what Elon said in December at the Wall Street Journal's CEO Council Summit. Civilization will fall if we don't produce more children. Take my word for it. That is the polar opposite of headlines in the past that have warned of an overabundance of people. In his 1968 best-selling book The Population Bomb, Stanford biologist Paul Ehrlich predicted that in the 1970s, hundreds of millions of people will starve to death owing to overpopulation, which did not occur. At the time, the global population was rapidly expanding, increasing by 2.1% each year on average. However, it has now slowed and dropped by half, to the point where, according to the United Nations, the world's population will almost stop rising by the end of the century, reaching 10.9 billion people by 2100. The decline in population growth is primarily attributable to lower fertility rates. In 1800, the average American woman had 7 children. By 1900, the figure had fallen to 3.5. It is now 1.64 children. This is less than the replacement rate of 2.1, which is the threshold at which births equal deaths. That is, not enough infants are born to replace a generation. People in wealthier countries have fewer children. Children are no longer required to work on farms as a result of urbanization. Contraception is more widely available. In addition, more women are establishing jobs before starting families. However, several middle-income countries, such as Brazil, Thailand, and Chile, had even lower birth rates. Significantly populous India has fallen below the replacement level of 2.0, and it is even lower in cities. In fact, Africa's sole region with rapid population increase. So, what does a low birth rate imply? Fewer people produce and consume less. Fewer new homes and schools will be built. There is a decrease in demand for services, such as restaurants and shops. As facilities are reduced, your level of living may suffer. The success of mass transit is dependent on significant demand. Fewer people on buses and subways means less money for infrastructure maintenance, which could result in longer wait times and fewer routes. Military power could dwindle. You need warm bodies to fill the uniforms, demographer Lyman Stone once stated. Some observers foresee disastrous results. Jonathan Last, author of What to Expect When No One is Expecting, warns that if people in authoritarian societies have more children than residents in liberal democracies, those people inherit the earth in the long run, causing turmoil and instability. People are living longer lives at the same time that fertility rates are declining. Older folks are becoming a larger proportion of the total population. Almost all places of the earth are aging, as depicted in dark blue. Many retirees will be supported by a limited number of workers. This is an extreme example of how it could happen. It's like an inverted demographic pyramid, with too few working-age individuals supporting far too many old people. This crazed imbalance may force governments to boost taxes to pay the cost of care for the elderly. In Europe and North America in 2019, there were 3 working-age people for every senior person. That figure is expected to decrease below 2 by 2050, and in certain nations, it has already happened. Japan is coping with a manpower shortfall by employing robots to care for the elderly in some nursing homes. To encourage more individuals to have children, the Japanese government offers parents $876 per child. Do it for Denmark's sake. In 2014, a Danish travel operator ran a satirical campaign urging customers to take more vacations in order to get knocked up, citing statistics that indicated Danes had more sex on vacation. The fertility rate in the European Union is only 1.53 births per woman. Iran is so concerned about its low birth rate that, starting in 2020, public hospitals and clinics will no longer provide vasectomies or contraception. Despite the fact that China is the most populous country, its birth rate has been declining despite the government's repeal of the controversial one-child policy in 2016. This was superseded with a 2-child policy, and currently families can have up to 3 children. The SpaceX CEO claims to be practicing what he preaches by having a large family, 6 sons so far. His rocket company intends to establish a metropolis on Mars. Musk, on the other hand, warns that if there aren't enough people on Earth, there won't be enough for the Red Planet. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. What are your views about Elon's warning? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.